Hello and welcome to the Round 10 review for SuperCoach 2023. Team did really well this week, but not as good as the Bombers. We had a win, and I celebrated in fine fashion. It was unreal, and absolutely dabbled in with the lads. And as you can see, we went off our heads. Look, I will admit, a little bit of a carry on that. It's just funny. I didn't know what to expect going into the game as an Essendon supporter. Considering we haven't won the last 13 against the Tigers, it's been 9 years since we did. The expectation was so low. So if we lose to Richmond, it doesn't really matter too much because it's just expected. So if it does to step up and kick that goal, it was like as a Bombers man, it was like a grand final. So. The footy was elite. For those on Twitter, cheers for that. I did a poll up saying whether or not I should go to Dreamtime at the G or to my football club ball, and I think I chose the right option. And what a night it was. Dabbled in even more beers before at the Young and Jackson's pub across the road from Flinders Street. Straight off the train, doesn't get much easier than that. $6 schooners of Furphy, much better than $15 pints at wherever myself and Steve went, which is just absolutely bloody bang average. Steve, STS Supercoach, shout out to you, brother. We'll have to go to that pub where it's a bit cheaper, bit more reliable for the old bank account. So, good spot to go there. A couple of travellers and then straight to the G, and she was on. What a bloody night it was. So, good round of football, a lot of good games, and a great round as well in terms of Supercoach. I got to watch one of my favourite players just tear it up, and it's just a bonus that he's in my Supercoach team, Zachary Merritt. We'll touch on him soon. But the week was good. So 2,553, another top 4% score. Is that I think it's the second or third consecutive top 4% score I've had. So ever since I started playing for leagues, I've noticed the side improved dramatically, and things have just been really, really onwards and upwards type thing. I look at that score and I think, it's good, but it's not elite. I mean, I look through Twitter, some blokes just went off their heads. I mean, Shorty had a ripper week. I think DR had a great week as well. Janeth had a spectacular week. Kudos to him. George as well, who, as you can see down here, he gave me a bath in draft as well. Good old George. I don't think I'm going to be the same in draft from now on. He's just absolutely spanked me there, and he's dominating classic. So what a comeback from the elite content creators. I've come back a little bit, but not as much as they have. So sitting at 12,000k, which I'm actually taking that. Like, Supercoach is so competitive nowadays. You gotta get everything right to be in the top 1%. I mean, it's just a huge kudos to those, because it's a tough game. You follow everything all preseason, and still I'm still floating around top 7%, and there's not much more I think I could have really done. So it's a bit of a luck game, but it's a great effort to those. But team's going well. 8 out of 10 league wins, which is good, and a massive rank change. So things aren't looking too bad now. We'll have a look at the side and assess it. I'm bloody sick of Gorn. The temptation of moving him to English this week off one trade, which I can do, is a possibility. That would be probably pretty silly. You got to upgrade, but it's on my mind. I think next week there's a fair chance that I do correct that trade, because I'm going to lose points every week having Gorn over English, and I think Timmy English is the one that we want. And I don't think Gorn's a top 6 forward either. So there is that. So back 6, Zeeble dropped off a lot towards the back half, but I mean, what a player he's been this year. Superb stuff. Tommy Stewart, that's fine, just reliable as ever. I think he can jump on after his bye. Even now, I mean, he's got the best bye, Geelong Gold Coast, so if you want him, I don't see why not. He's sort of dropped below 600k, so that makes it a possibility. But Stewart, just very reliable, just consistent. He's solid. He'll be flying again once he goes back to GMHBA. So we love that. Dacos was our captain. This is pretty poor awareness. Wasn't aware that Kerno was actually playing. I think Janeth was saying that he was in doubt over the podcast. So we did just all play podcast last week. So that gave me a little bit of confidence. And even with him playing, I thought, there's no way he's going to be able to keep up with him. But did pretty well. Wasn't Dacos' best game. He was solid, just very consistent, on track for 120 at halftime. Did drop off a little bit in the second half. Quite disappointing to get 100 captaincy, considering that I think there were like 5 scores in my team over 130 or something like that. Just crazy sort of stuff. So that's a real blow. But other than that, he's been pretty solid. I thought I'd involve him in my captaincy against Carlton, who leak a lot of points as well. Literal behinds, but I did notice that Darcy Moore was taking kickouts and Quaynor took a couple, just Murphy. So they do rotate it around. It's not Dacos's. It doesn't really have that license like he did at the start of the year. Not taking as many kickouts. I don't know if anyone's got a stat on his kickout count, but yeah, quite worrying. But nonetheless, it could be worse. I mean, 100 captain, it's not too bad. I know a few who had Errol captain for the Gorn VC, so that is also unfortunate, which is the same sort of mark. So, look, could be worse, but yeah, could be a lot better. Speaking of better, Jack Sinclair, wowee. I saw none of this game. You know, people that follow this channel for a while would know that I'm not all about the 4:40 Sunday night. I don't get around it. It's one of those, you're all sort of footied out. I mean, that St Kilda North game, there was like 6 players in my team on field, and I still had no interest whatsoever. It's a bizarre one, but yeah, we love that from Sinclair. What a score, what a player he is. He's going up just when you thought he was going to go in the 400k mark. If you don't have him, I'll be getting him in as soon as you can. So Rory Atkins, 102. So that's a really good score. And that Darcy trade at the time was really bad. He made me pay. But if I didn't do that Darcy down to Gorn trade, I wouldn't have got Atkins in my team. And I probably would have went with, I don't know who was on the bubble at the time, but I mean, Atkins has just been so reliable. So that's just a relief having him there at D6. He's going to be great cover. Got the best buy. Scoring potential is great. He's going to make a lot of money. And I know he's a little bit of a pod as well. So really happy with Atkins and the way he's been going about it. Mitchell was solid. We love that. He's going to accumulate, make heaps of money. Chesser, he rose from the dead. But yeah, obviously looks like he's just shot himself again, I think. He doesn't look like he's going to play anytime soon. Why are they persisting with him? I just don't understand. I mean, West Coast, surely they're tanking for Harley. Surely. It's idiotic, but anyway. So onto the midfield. Didn't involve any captains in my midfield this week, probably for the first time ever. And yeah, there was a couple there that went off, but my theory was right. I stayed away from Bont, and he wasn't too damaging. Anderson's been unfortunate. I reckon he's averaged about, 85 points since I've traded him in. Bit of LDU about that. I trade LDU in my team. He's averaging 149 and then just goes shit out. So I hope Anderson can bounce back. I'm stuck with him now. I still think he's capable to be a top 8 midfielder, and I'd paid up for him as well. So he better bounce back. Very frustrating, but again, does have the good buy. So I'm very hopeful with that. Taranto, spectacular, just doing Taranto things week in, week out. Rory Laird played a lot more time on ground, which is really good. I don't mind him as a VC. I think he's out of the question this week. Plays the last game of the round. I'm not quite bold enough to captain him just yet on managed game time, but looking a lot better. If you don't have Rory Laird, jump on him. You can do no wrong. He's under 600k. It won't be like that. I tell you what, he won't drop under 600k for the rest of the season. I highly doubt it. The bloke's a desk, notorious desk, mini cement bag, powerhouse, if you will. He's a star. We love him. So it's good to see him finally bounce back. And the tables have turned. Now Oliver's the one who's hit the wall. Going to be out for, nearly a month or something like that with a hamstring. Unfortunate for Oliver owners, but things looking pretty good if you're a Laird owner. If you do have Oliver, I'd be targeting Laird for sure. I mean, yeah, almost a must-have in that situation if you don't have him. Yeah, he's cheap as chips and, yeah, very high ceiling. Shouldn't let you down from here on out unless they manage him But I doubt they will. I'm pretty confident with Lairdy. Tommy Green, really nice. Again, didn't watch any of this game, but when you see the score, you think, yeah, that's pretty solid. We like that. Nearly 600k, so that's also very good. And Zach Merritt, wow. Finally, Brad Scott giving this guy some praise. He was unbelievable. I mean, the Bombers had no right to win this game. No right. We had no Setterfield, no Parish, no Shield. Merritt comes in, and like a true captain, he led the way and dominated. I mean, he carved Richmond up last year, went 150 on him. And his history, scoring history, has been backed up. And I am definitely going to VC or captain him next time he plays Richmond. It's just something, it's a tough matchup too, because Richmond are a very respectable team. I thought they played all right, just really shallow in the forward line. No one to really kick to, let them down. But they compete against us. But it's just like Merritt has a license. He just dominates when he plays them. So, like, they don't tag, they don't pay him any attention. His CBAs were up. He was a star. So, yeah, really good stuff from Merritt. I can't wait to own him. Got him in for 564k. And I very much doubt that he will be around that price. Again, if you don't have him, get him in your team ASAP. Ashcroft. So that that video I posted the other week, it's not looking too bad after all about those that sort of, what was it, 11% of the comp that traded Ashcroft. I mean, I think he's going to get to 450k. I said that a couple of weeks ago, so that's looking like a good prediction. So we're going to hold him for a while. Very low break even, as low as you like. For break even 9, so just so good. He's going to make heaps of coin. So well done to Ashy. I would like to hold him over his buy just for that on-field option. I still think he'll have a lot of money to be made. I just don't think I'm going to have that luxury. We're just going to have to wait and see, but all signs are just unreal of Ashcroft. He loves playing at home. If Brisbane played every game at the Gabba, which is ludicrous, it never happened, but if they did, he would genuinely be like a viable M8. I mean, he loves it up there, so that's good stuff from him. Sin Cotter, how is Jordan Boyd getting games over Sin Cotter? Carlton fans, answer me in the comments. I just can't get a read on it. Boyd's a great kick of the footy. He always has been. Two's numbers are good. But Sin Cotter, I mean, he's a presence. He's a good player. He's a nice run dasher. I think Carlton need a little bit of that to help Sard out. But Janeth, mate, what's going on? Why aren't they playing him? Hopefully he can, like Chesser, rise from the dead, but have some sort of impact. It's all good because it's not like he plays on the Sunday, again, where he could be flirted with the idea of being an emergency. So he's playing, not playing Sunday, he's playing Friday. So he's either going to be named or he's not. If he's not, probably just hold him on the bench regardless, because I do think he's got so much more money to be made, and I like him as an on-field option, other than that score he had last week. So, yeah, worrying signs for Sin Cotter, but hopefully he can bounce back. So we trade in Humphrey. We paid up for Humphrey, and we love it. Again, another game that I did not see at all. Was it dream time at the G myself? Obviously. And just flat out pandemonium. It was elite. So I checked the scores later on that night. I think it was about 3 a.m. or something. I was absolutely blind, far out. Just dabbled in, if you will. And I saw the scores and I went, Humphrey 101, Atkins 102, you bloody beauty. I could have just kept kicking on. I was that happy. I mean, hit a bit of a wall because it was a long night, but that got me up and about again. That's what you love to see. Like 2 100s from your Gold Coast rookies. That is shit hot. So that's good. I think Johnson as well. He should be all right. I reckon Freo will persist with him. He was the sub, so come on and had an impact. That's a good sign. Hopefully he gets a full game under his belt. And another rookie that we need to rise from the dead ASAP. Because, 194. It's all right. It's not going to cut the mustard, though. So, need him to bounce back. Onto the rucks. If you captain Marshall, well done. He did well. Always going to score well against GWS. Poor awareness for myself not to captain him, but it's just whatever. So Gorn, really concerning. I'm surprised he scraped his way to a 74. Just looked nothing near it. Why did I trade this bloke in? Obviously he's going to get forward DPP, you'd think, but he's not top 6. He's not even top 8 at this stage. It's embarrassing. It's like if you see it again, you're going to throw up type stuff. It's shocking from Gawn. You shouldn't sideways trade, but look, if it means getting English, so English has got a 140 break even. So I'm going to wait a week, see what Gawn does. Hopefully I don't need to do it, but I would love to go down next week and then up to English. Bit risky, but I think we've got the trades to do so. Couple of rookies coming back. Gawn's a pod. I mean, we scored well, but Gawn let us down. If we have Darcy, who's 20 points better, that just makes all the difference in the world. That on top of a good captaincy would see me scoring nearly 2,700. So it's just little factors like that you don't get right. It doesn't take much, but yeah, it's a bit of a guesswork sort of game at times, Supercoach. So yeah, Gawn, really disappointing. He's under the pump and not happy with what he's been delivering. Dunkley, very nice. Just won't even kick a goal. I listened to Ads and Dunks podcast on the American Aces. What a potty that is. We love those two. Got a great sort of bromance. Get around it. And they're going to do the A, so like this sort of one. So when Dunkley kicks a goal, he's going to do the A sign for Ads and Aces. So keep an eye out for that one when he does kick one. But it's been 10 weeks now and we haven't seen a goal. So from someone that's got forward DPP, a little bit interesting, but come on, Dunks, hit the scoreboard, mate. You've gone 153 again. I think 2 150s in 3 weeks, so he deserves to finish on the scoreboard more than anyone. So yeah, we're rooting for him, but yeah, just been an unreal pick and probably looking like F2 behind Zach Butters. What a miss. Those that went Zach Butters, buddy, that's unreal. What a pot he is. What a player. He's gone. There's no way I'm trading him in this week. We're going to have to wait for him to max and then come back down. It's a bit of a horror show, but yeah, massive pod. So VC Goulden against North Melbourne, who turned up to play, and they probably got robbed in all seriousness, but Goulden was really quiet, particularly in the first half. A bit of a gamble, because I felt really safe with Dacos as captain, but even that wasn't the best move. Probably could have just VC'd Merritt, but look, we'll know next time. Goulden, probably a little bit risky to have in your captaincy VC, in the captaincy VC. I went 150 twice in a row, but then again, hasn't really gone that big other than those 2 occasions. So yeah, it is a risk and it did backfire. Hurt a little bit, but it's all good, whatever. Rosie, spectacular, a clear top 6 forward. Cogs, good without being great. Sheasel, 112, beautiful. I'm worried about his role though. He's starting to be a little bit of a utility. Have an impact though. He's just, wherever he plays, he has an impact. But the role that he has at the moment, is it sustainable? He does float around forward at times and he pushes up a little bit. He can be behind the ball, but they play him wherever. He's a bit of a utility, but just, that's weird. Doesn't matter where he plays. He's just 112 almost every single week. So yeah, we love the Shees. I'm going to hold him until he scores 40, basically, and then just see how he goes. I think I think it's all about when you trade him out. You know, he could absolutely be a top 6 forward. You wouldn't know, but if his role isn't that sustainable, then it might hurt you. If you trade him out this week and he goes 50 or 60, I mean, you're doing really well, but I'm not willing to do that. Still think he's going to make a bit of money. What's his break even? I think it's actually pretty high. I think he's going to make too much. So 92, yeah, he's not going to make much at all. So people will probably be looking at trading him, but I honestly reckon he's a genuine keeper. Worst case scenario, like F7, if you can get there. So yeah, we love the Shees. I think he's probably got the rising star in the bag. I know Ashy's coming home strong, but he's been so good. Only one bad game against Nick Holman. Other than that, just superb. Now, Radaglia, fuck, I think I've got to get rid of him. I have to. I am, I think, 10k too short to do what I want to do this week off one trade. But or I would get rid of Radaglia, but I'll be 10k too short. I can't make it happen. I have to go down. I need the rookie coverage or the money that I made from the rookies to do what I want to do. But yeah, I did plan on holding him over to his bye, but I think it doesn't matter too much because at this stage we might have Mick Andrew over the buys to cover in the ruck. So ideally, that would be really good. I hope that will be the case. I think he's got a different buy to Marshall, which is good. But yeah, sadly, I think we've got to get rid of Radaglia. Just a bit too early for it, but he has maxed in price virtually, so been a really good rookie for us. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of him. Van Ruin's been really good. He's been another good rookie, and Roberts is dead at the moment. Hopefully he can come back. So, which does bring me on to my trades. And this is what I'm thinking. Look, Radaglia, spectacular. Been a great rookie. And it's Sin Cotter at the moment. A bit of a placeholder rookie because I'm just not expecting him to play because Carlton are absurd and doesn't look like they're going to give the bloke a run. I mean, it depends what they decide to do. Dodgy job security. I'm a bit nervous. So that could be anyone. So it could be Van Ruin, one of those types. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. And we're going to go Sicily. 40 break even. He's gone 120 and then 130. Get this man in your team. He's unreal. Watch George's review. He did discuss that he does, or defenders do turn up against St Kilda. A cheeky VC, if you will. I'm not that game, but I love him as an option, and I can't see a way that I don't trade him in my team this week. And we're going to go early on Eddie Ford, because he's turned up too as a 123k base priced rookie. There is Wardlaw, but because of my plans for English next week, I'm fully expecting to get English in my team next week. It's ambitious, I know, but I don't have any boosts left, so I have to go early on either Ford or Wardlaw because I think they're both really good rookies. So it's Ford at the moment for the price. I do worry about Wardlaw because of his price. I can't really do much with that money at the moment, and his injury proneness. It's horrific, so if he can hold his own for one more week, absolutely jump on him. But if he goes down this week, which Murphy's Law, there's a fair chance that he does, it's curtains SuperCoach-wise, which you would hate. So, yeah, we're going to go early on Ford and see what happens. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with these trades. I don't want to get rid of Sin Cotter. I don't think I will. Just depends how I'm feeling at the time. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the team. We're coming home strong. It's a lot better. So much improvement since the start of the season. We just look nothing like it. I think 4 weeks ago I was in the 35k region, so the tables do turn. So yeah, that's about it for the side. I think VC bonds this week. I haven't really worked out my captains. I'll keep you updated on the Saw Play podcast, which we'll be doing tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a ripper. I'll be back with the rookie reviews. We'll have a good old laugh. Can't wait to let Janif know about how good Merritt is. That's going to be good. Even though we trade him in, there's a bit of debate there. We love a bit of debate, especially with Janif. It's unbelievable. Always kills me with the stats. But there was a bit of a Welsh versus Merritt debacle last week. I was pumping up Merritt, and rightly so. He absolutely delivered and made me look pretty good. So yeah, I won't even bother with my VC and captain. I don't know yet. I haven't looked at the fixtures or who's got who next week. I'll reveal that on the podcast and on Twitter. Make sure you give me a follow for that. That's Spill SuperCoach. Should find me pretty easily. So yeah, that's about it for this week. Hope your team's going good. Hope you're doing well. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.